I think, therefore I am. Why? Because the world which I can see or perceive in whatever ways may be completely different from the real world. Perhaps what I see is only an imagination. Perhaps what I see is completely different than what you see. And if everyone sees the world in different ways, what is the real world? So, for example, we know that people see colors in different ways, but they use the same names for these colors. Ever since their childhood, they are taught that whatever they see in this way is called blue, whatever they see in that way is called green, and they use these names. We cannot compare what we see. We only say the same name. Of course, the perception of colors is not so maybe important. The perception of the temperature might be another example. Someone who drinks hot tea is very used to this tea, and this heat may not be experienced as extreme by this person. But someone who is not used to hot drinks will find this tea burning. So the perception of temperature is another example. But of course it goes much further than that. Not just something that we can perceive in terms of our sensation, but also something that we can think of. And especially some abstract ideas can be very different from one person to another. When you think of love, what is it? It surely is different from one person to another. One person says, I love you, and this person may mean, I need your help, I need your services, I need your body, I need your kindness. Another person may say, I love you, and may want to say, I want to give you my services, my kindness, my body. There are many shades of love. Of course, the love from a child to his or her parents and vice versa is completely different from the love between lovers and the love between friends and so-called Christian love or some godly love. So there are many forms of love and they mean completely different things. Yet we say, I love you, and this we perceive to be a universal idea. All kinds of ideas are like that. Patriotism. For one person it means defending his own country from the enemy. For another person it means attacking the enemy in order to attack with a preemptive strike, in order to prevent the possible danger. For another person it may mean completely different thing, non-violent at all. So patriotism, whatever that is. And friendship, whatever that is. People call it, he's my friend or she's my friend. What does it mean? It means that we like each other, we rely on each other. Would one person give a life, her life for the other? Would the other do the same? Are these friendships comparable? The Three Musketeers, yes, we know about their friendship, but are there such friendships all around? Anyway, the point is, there are so many different ways of thinking of things. History can be interpreted in all kinds of ways. And whatever is our baggage of experience, whatever we believe in already, whatever we have experienced, it creates our world. And this world is the place where we locate the new idea, the new experience. We see something and we say, aha, this suits here. This experience connects with this one here. So I have the experience of, I don't know, good experience of camping. So being in the some outdoors place connects here with this good experience of outing. Another person has an experience of being homeless, and being in an outdoors place makes this person feel lonely and agoraphobic, afraid. This person is scared of open spaces because once he or she was homeless and couldn't find a shelter. Anyway, we have completely different perceptions and therefore different values and therefore different things that make us happy. So, all in all, Descartes is surely right to some degree that the world is a subjective thing. However, let's think about his sentence. What he tries to say in the sentence, I think, therefore I am, is that nothing can be certain outside of me, but the fact that I am thinking is a certainty. So there is a thinking going on in my head, therefore I exist. Is it right? Actually, not at all, in my opinion. Why not? I think, therefore I am. It means that there is something other than the I. Something other than the I. What is the other thing? If we say black, there must be white. If there is only black, there is no point in calling it black. If there is no color, we cannot talk about colors. If there is no color, we can't distinguish colors. So if there's only one color, there's no talk about colors. If there is only one way of existence, there cannot be I and you. There's just only one thing, maybe. Maybe there's an ocean of consciousness and every person is just a wave on this ocean. Maybe there is just one we or just one something, right? So that's one thing. Perhaps it would be better to say something rather than I. Thinks, therefore something exists. But something thinks? What's the difference between thinking and feeling? Sometimes I feel some emotions, sometimes I think about something. What is the actual difference? Perhaps I should say something experiences, therefore something is. Experiences. As opposed to not doing so. Again, questionable. Therefore something is. Something is, it means that there is a possibility of something not being. Do we know of such case where things are not? Do we know it? We just know there is death, but we don't know what happens to the experiencing after death. Maybe it continues. So maybe there's no such thing as something is. Maybe there's only is. The world is and isn't, Buddhists say. At the same time, is and isn't, from a different point of view. So maybe the world always is. I think, therefore I am. Something exists, therefore something. Skip the is. Something exists, therefore something. What does this mean? And something and exists. Maybe all we can say truthfully about the world is or simply put a dot. The only thing we can say about the world truthfully is nothing. That's why Socrates said, I know that I don't know anything. That is a true statement in my opinion. The only thing we know about the world is nothing. Descartes was wrong.